All praise to the Most High. Call halal Yahweh Shimmy Mashak Mamalaki Yahweh Shai. It's Kanayah the Lion. As y'all can see, got that TOR shirt on, and all praise to the Most High. Sorry I didn't have this live up when I was supposed to, but we're gonna get to do it right now. And basically, what I want to touch on is the title. The title of the whole video is: Are you one of those prophets? Can you handle, or could you be, or are you one of them now? So what I want to go into is a short lesson. I'm just going to read a few chapters, and we're just going to read what the prophets actually went through, and we're going to see if that bothers you. Honestly, I mean, really, um, because it shouldn't. It should, and it should also let you know that we have things coming towards us. If you're a true prophet of the Most High, if you're a true follower of Yahweh Shai, if you're really in this truth, you're about to deal with these things we're about to read. Probably on a whole nother level, because none of us are on the level of Yahweh Shai. So, and you see how he got done. So imagine what his prophets are going to go through. And we're going to read the book of Jeremiah. We're going to go through, because Jeremiah was a powerful, powerful prophet. But I need y'all to understand, the brothers who are out doing the work right now, we're not even going through, the Most High has it easy on us right now. We're not going through nowhere near what these prophets were going through. And this was 2,000 years ago. So just understand, if you are in this truth, if you are in this thing, it's going to get this bad. It's going to get worse than what we're going to read. So, but all praise to the Most High. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you want to contact Trees of Righteousness, hit the email at the bottom right there. Make sure you like and thumb up the video. And I know this is an old thing, but I had to get this out there. And yeah, we're gonna get through it. And I'm gonna start. I ain't gonna waste y'all's time. I'm gonna start the book of Jeremiah. Go ahead and get it going. Let's see. And the reason I'm touching on this is because a lot of people really don't understand what it's like to be a prophet, or should know what it takes to be a prophet, or understand what they went through and what they were going through preaching this word, preaching the same truth that we're preaching today. Like, what was they going through? Because we're not going through anything that those prophets were going through. And I promise you, we're going to read. This is the book of Jeremiah, and we're going to start at chapter 36. I'm just going to start from the top. And it came to pass in the 4th year, Jehoiakim, I'm probably saying the name wrong, Salaki, I'm horrible with the names, the son of Joshua, king of Judah, that this word came into Jeremiah from the Lord saying. So Jeremiah is hearing from what the word is saying. So the Lord tells Jeremiah to take a roll of a book and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel. It's not against everyone. It's not against China. It's not against Russia. It's against Israel. Huh? Let me pull this up on my phone. I hope y'all can hear me. And make sure I'm not missing any comments or anything. But yeah, feel free to comment, feel free to like, feel free to say whatever you got to say. And if there's some scoffers on here, you can get the business too. But let's see. Make sure I got this pulled up. And make sure you like and share and subscribe. Make sure you follow the main channel, Trees of Righteousness. Make sure you follow that main channel. Okay, cool. Now we're good. You can hear me. All right. So it says, take thee a roll of the book and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel. Like I said, it's not universal. It's not against every. It says against Israel. Jeremiah is telling him to speak into the words against Israel and against Judah and against all the nations. For the day I have spoken to thee from the days of Joshua even into this day. That it may be that the house of Judah will hear all the evil which I propose to do unto them. So the Most High is telling Jeremiah that he's about to do some evil to the Israelites. And hopefully y'all can see me. I'm reading from the thing right here. And hopefully y'all can see me. Let's read this slowly. That it may be the house of Judah will hear all the evil which I propose to do unto them. So the Most High is going to do evil unto Israel. So this whole thing about a nice God, he's nice. Let's hand out lollipops and candy canes. That's out. We're reading that he's about to do some evil to a nation of people. Let's see why. That they may return every man from his evil way, that I may forgive them their iniquity and their sin. So he's going to punish them so they can turn away from their iniquity and their sin. That's the same thing we preach out on these corners. That's the same thing. That's the same reason we're out here, to raise our people up so they cannot become part of this 2/3. So they're not burned to death when the Most High comes back, or however he's going to see fit to put them out of misery. That's why we're out there. And that's the same reason Jeremiah was out there. But we wasn't dealing with what Jeremiah was dealing with. So let's go. Verse 4. Then Jeremiah called Baruch, the son of Neriah. Baruch wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the Lord, which he had spoken unto him, upon a roll of a book. So when people say, oh, we was writing stuff down. And Jeremiah commanded Baruch, saying, I am shut up. I cannot go into the house of the Lord. Jeremiah said he can't go into the house of the Lord. Therefore, go thou and read in the roll which thou hast written from my mouth, the words of the Lord in the ears of the people in the Lord's house upon the fasting day. And also thou shalt read them in the ears of all Judah that come out of the cities. Why is it not talking about every nation? I mean, you should ask any Christian that wants to, answer that question for me. That'd be great. Why is Jeremiah sending Baruch to only speak to his people? But let's go to verse 7. And it may be they will present their supplication before the Lord, and I will return every one from his evil way, for great is the anger and fury of the Lord. Israel, Judah, if you were so-called Israelite, he hasn't changed. He's still putting evil and stuff on us right now to this day because we have not gotten right. So let's keep going. Near did according to Jeremiah. Hold on. For the great in his anger and his fury, the Lord hath pronounced against this people, not everyone, this people, the Israelites. And Baruch, the son of Neriah, did according to all that Jeremiah the prophet commanded him. The same thing we're doing today, Israel. We're doing the same thing. We're taking these scriptures and we're applying them, and we're going out into the world and we're reading to everyone and we're telling them what's going to happen. Because that's what the prophets of the Lord did. That's who he used, the prophets, to give downfall to any nation coming. But there's a difference between what Jeremiah was doing and when we're doing it. I mean, I'm sure there's things that happen to brothers. Brothers get locked up from the police, from Esau and all that stuff. I'm sure that those type of things happen. But y'all, we are not going through the things the prophets were going through then. And we are not on a level of fame those prophets were on that they were on at that time. Because let's just get into it. I don't want to be too hasty. I want to milk this out. And Baruch the son of Neriah did according to Jeremiah the prophet commanded him, reading in the book of the words of the Lord in the Lord's house. So he's around Israelites and he's reading what Jeremiah said. And it came to pass the 5th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Joshua, king of Judah, in the 9th month, that they proclaimed a fast before the Lord to all people in Jerusalem, and to all people that came from the cities of Judah into Jerusalem. Verse 10. Then read Baruch in the book of the words of Jeremiah in the house of the Lord in the chambers of Gemariah, the son of Stephan, the scribe. And if I'm saying these names wrong, Salakia. In the higher court at the entry of the new gates of the Lord's house, in the ears of all the people. So he's prophesying. He's telling them what's about to happen. He's telling them that all these evil things are going to happen, y'all. Unless y'all change our ways, you are not going to be saved. That's the same thing we teach these people when we're out here. We teach these people, y'all got to come back to the Most High. Y'all got to get right. The time is near. You got to keep the laws of God. This or you're going to be destroyed. We literally go out here and say these same things to the people. There's nothing new under the sun. Verse 11. When Micah, the son of Gemariah, the son of Stephan, had heard out of the books of all the words of the Lord, and this is going to show you how crazy and how evil and how wicked Israel was. And nothing new under the sun. It's still the same people today. It's still those same people you see when we walking out and we're trying to talk to them. It's those same people that ignore us, give us these stiff looks, these crazy looks, like they can't believe we're out here reading the Bible on a Friday. Like they're just so appalled. Verse 12. Then he went down into the king's house, into the scribe's chamber, and lo, all the princes sat there. So we got some upper echelon people. All the princes are there. Even Ishmael, the scribe, Deliah, the son of Shemaiah, Elathan, the son of Ekbar, and Gamor, the son of Staphan, and Zedekiah, the son of Hananiah. I might be saying these names wrong. Like I said, Slaki, I'm bad with the names. And all the princes. Then Micah declared unto them all the words that he had heard. So he heard Baruch speaking of the downfall and what's going to happen, and pretty much what we say to everyone every day or every time we're out, tell them they got to get right. They got to follow the laws of God, or they're not going to be saved. They're going to be destroyed. So he basically is going back, and I guess you would call it snitching, if you want to call it that, or I guess just telling them what he heard. Then declared unto them all the words he had heard when Baruch read the book in the ears of the people. Therefore, all the princes sent Jehoiadan, the son of Nathaniel, or Nathana, I think I'm saying the names wrong, and the son of Shelemiah, the son of Cushi, or Baruch, the son of Ner, took the roll in his hand and came into them. So when they heard it, and he said it to the princes, they couldn't believe it, and they went and grabbed him so he can bring it to them. It's gonna get deeper, and this is just all. And understand, these people are just reading the words of the Lord. They're just getting prophecy from the Lord, and he's just reading it to them. And look how much of a stir and how much of an impact it has. The words of the Lord is powerful. And that's why you see us getting into arguments and all these things out here, but it's going to get deeper. So Baruch took the sun and took the roll in his hand and came into them. Verse 15. And I'm kind of speeding this because it's late, and I've been meaning to get this out, but I want to go ahead and get it out. And they said unto him, sit down now and read it in our ears. So Baruch read it in their ears. So he told them what's going to happen. Now it came to pass when they heard all the words, they were afraid, both one of another, and said to Baruch, we will surely tell the king all these words. So they heard that they're going to be destroyed for not keeping the laws of God. The same thing we tell these people. And they, in their initial thought, instead of saying, okay, well, maybe we're just going to get right. Maybe we're going to, we should just follow the law. No, they're going to go tell the king what's going on. And they asked Baruch, saying, tell us how. Tell us now. How didst thou write all these words out his mouth? Then Baruch answered him and said, he pronounced all these words unto me with his mouth, and I wrote them in the ink in a book. A lot of people are trying to worry about how the book got here, but that's another situation. Then said the princes unto Baruch, go hide thee, thou and Jeremiah, and let no man know where you be. Because they knew what was going to happen when they told the king this. They knew they was going to want these people's heads because they're speaking against the kingdom. Same thing we're doing now. But imagine having princes come and get you as a prophet in 2025, telling you to go hide. That's how powerful this truth was. They was told to go hide themselves. So let's continue reading. And they went into the king into the court, but they laid up the roll in the chamber of Emishila, or the scribe, and told all the words into the ears of the king. So they went and told them everything about how they're going to be destroyed, how the Most High is against them. They got to turn from their iniquity, and they'll be saved. Simple, right? I mean, keep the laws of God and you'll be saved. I mean, but it's a problem. Just like with our people today. So the king sent Jehoiada, I'm probably saying I'm chopping it up, to fetch the roll, and he took it out of the scribe's chamber. I'm gonna just highlight the word because I don't want to chop up their names. It's gonna highlight the word. The scribe's chamber, and read it in the ears of the king and all the ears of all the princes which stood beside the king. So the Most High, they're finding out that the Most High is against them. That's what they're finding out. Now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. And it came to pass that when had read 3 of the 4 leaves pages, he cut it with a penknife and cast it into the fire that was on the hearth until the roll was consumed in the fire was on the hearth. So he burned all this. They burned these words. They didn't want to hear no more. And that's the same thing what these people do today. These people don't want to hear. What's going on, King? All praise to the Most High. Shalom, God. Shalom, King in the chat. Let's say shalom. I see you in there. I see you. Shalom, God. So they burnt. It's equivalent to what the people do today. They turn their ears. They stiffen up their necks. They roll their eyes. They got prophecy from God, and these people burned the scriptures. They burned them. Crazy, right? Hearing all you gotta do is keep the words of God, but we're gonna burn it, right? That's smart. Yet, verse 24, yet they were not afraid, nor rent their garments, neither the king nor his servants that heard all his words. They weren't worried about it. Just like the kings and the people today. We tell them they gotta repent. We tell them they gotta come back to God, or they're gonna be casted in that lake of fire. Let's read again. Yet they were not afraid. They literally got words from the Most High and was not afraid. Nor rent their garments, neither the king nor his servants. All heard these words, brushed it off. Verse 25. Nevertheless, this person and this person and this person had made an intercession to the king that he would not burn the roll, but he would not hear them. Imagine being that and that's our people today. They don't want to hear this words. They don't want to hear that you got to keep the laws of God. They don't want to hear that you got to stop eating pork. They don't want to hear that you got to stop celebrating these pagan holidays. They don't want to hear none of these things. They don't want to hear that they're going to be destroyed. They want to hear smooth words. Verse 27. And the word came in, hold on. But the king commanded Jeremiel, the son of Hamelech, and Sarah, the son of this guy, and this person, and the son of this person, to take Baruch and the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet, but the Lord hid him. They was going to hunt they was coming to put these people in jail for these words. So imagine Israel 2025. Y'all, I mean, I'm sure it's happened before, but just imagine y'all out there teaching, and then there's people that run up on you and just put you in jail. Now that hasn't happened yet. What's going on, guys? I see you, Jehu, in the chat. I see y'all. Oh, Hezekiah, my bad. I'm retarded, man. You know I'm slow. Hezekiah in the chat, the name just threw me off. I should have known. Y'all check out that brother's channel. He's got reels on there. Y'all check out Jehu's channel as well. I'll praise to the Most High. So I got to work on these names, Israel. I'm gonna work on them, I promise. So they sent a bounty hunter in today's terms to go get them and bring them back. But remember, the princess said, go and hide. But the Lord had hid them. But the Lord ultimately hid them. That's who told me to do that. But the Lord had hid them. Verse 27. Then the word of the Lord came into Jeremiah after the king had burned the roll. So they burned the roll. And the words which Baruch wrote in the mouth of Jeremiah, saying, take thee again another roll. So we gotta write it again, because the king is so hard-headed and so stiff-necked that he burnt his first orders from the Most. How are you gonna imagine getting some prophecy from God and you just burn it? It doesn't even bother you. You just going about your day, knowing he said he's going to destroy you. That's how you know the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites today. Because y'all can see in the videos that we do and the videos that we make. What do you say, King? Nothing new under the sun. Yeah, nothing new under the sun. Let's see. Yeah, nothing new under the sun. I mean, yeah, Trees of Righteousness is in the building. All praise to the Most High. That's right. Hezekiah. Shout out to the Akim in here. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all follow the main channel. Well, that might help if I blow this up. Okay. I like that. Okay. So the king got the words, but the Most High hid Jeremiah and Baruch while all this was going on. So take thee again another roll, verse 28, and write it in the former words that were in the first roll, which this guy and the king of Judah hath burned. And thou shalt say unto the king of Judah, thou shalt say the Lord, that has burnt this roll, saying, why hast thou written there and saying, the king of Babylon shall certainly come and destroy this land, and shall cause to cease from thence man and beast. So imagine getting words from the Lord that Babylon, your land's going to be destroyed, and you just brush it off and just burn it. That's the same thing with our people today. Our people will hear the words, us tell them that, hey, God's not, his return is nigh. He's coming back. All you have to do is keep these laws. Stop eating pork. Start wearing ZZs. Start keeping the Sabbath day. Stop keeping these pagan high holy days, or you're going to be destroyed. There's nothing new under the sun, as my brother said. There's nothing new under the sun. My brother say, extremely wicked. Yes, King. Wicked. Like, our people are wicked. The Black, Hispanic, and Native American man is wicked. And that's why the Most High is going to be so righteous when he kills off 2/3 of us. Y'all are going to deserve it. And I'm not going to shed a tear. Because you niggas, sorry, Salaki, you Israelites, you Black Hebrew Israelites do not want to hear this truth. We're reading about it then, and it's going on now. Make sure you hit that like and sub and subscribe. Roland, yeah. Oh, man. They're definitely, oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I mean, but I'm not, that's Judah. That's Jake. Jake raps about that. I've heard that song. I don't know who it is, but yeah, they rap about doing things like that. Our people are wicked, all right? And that's why and Jeremiah is going to give more examples. We're going to go into deeper how wicked these people are and how wicked Israel was. Verse 30. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I can't say the name, King of Judah, he shall have none to sit upon the throne of David, and his dead body shall be cast out in the day in the heat and in the night of the frost. The Most High is saying, if this man does not change his ways, his dead body is going to be cast out in the heat and in the night for the frost. But did he listen? Do people listen today? They do not. Imagine getting a direct warning you are people, the Israelites we talk today, you are getting a direct warning, but this is personal right here. It just goes to show you how wicked and evil our people are. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And I will punish him and his seed and his servants for their iniquity. The Most High is telling him he's going to punish him and his seeds and his servants for their iniquity. And I will bring upon them and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem and upon the men of Judah all the evil that I pronounce against them, but they hearken not. There is nothing new under the sun, Israel. There's nothing new under the sun. You think when we out there and we notice I don't even get upset anymore. Like when people look at us crazy, it actually makes me feel better. It makes me feel good because I know we're doing the right thing. I know we're the real prophets of God because we read how people were acting 3,000 years ago. So I don't get angry when people laugh at us, point at us, mock us for telling them the Most High is going to destroy them, for them not keeping the simple laws of God. I don't get upset anymore. I don't. Because I can see a long time ago they was doing it then. But let's keep going. Then Jeremiah took another roll and gave it to Baruch, the scribe, the son of Neriah, who wrote therein from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the book written to, I cannot say his name, Jehoiakim, king of Judah, had burned with fire, and there were added besides unto them many like words. So things were added. Things were added because of the wickedness. So let's go to the next chapter. Go to 37. And the king Zedekiah, the son of Joshua, reigned instead of Cohen, the son of, can't say these names, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, made the king in the land of Judah. But neither he nor his servants nor the people of the land did hearken into the words of the Lord. That sounds like these niggas today. That sounds like all the Israelite brothers who are out preaching the truth, doing this work, putting this work in, they can attest to all this. Ask any brother who's out here who's doing the work, do these type of things happen? When we tell people, hey, no, princess, you got to stop eating pork. Oh, no, not my pork. I've been eating pork for 90 years, and the Most High has had me alive. No, the Most High has had you alive so he can make an example out of you. Our people, and this is how you know the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Israelites of the Bible. These are the only group of people that you would tell these things to, and they just, nah, man, I don't want it. Nah, man, I don't want to be top of I don't want to be top of all the nations. I want to stay at the bottom. If we went to any other nation of people and told them, hey, you're Israelites, you're God's chosen, you got to keep the words of God, you got to keep the commandments, and you'll be blessed. They would be in their house throwing out all the pork. They ain't celebrate Christmas no more. These other nations would do it. But tell Black and Hispanic Native American they're the greatest thing on the earth and see what they say. See how they look at you. See how they see their stare when they stare at you when you tell them they're God chosen. They look at you like, no, I ain't no God. I'm just a regular. I'm a blood. I'm a Crip, Vice Lord or whatever. I'm just a nigga. I'm just here. I'm an African American. Imagine that. Imagine being the greatest thing walking on the planet and they don't want it. The same people, y'all. The same people. Let's keep going. And these names, bro. These names. But let me just hearken on this. Did hearken into the words of the Lord, which he spake into the prophet Jeremiah. And Zedekiah the king sent, oh Lord, I can't say that name, the son of Shemaiah, and Zephaniah, the son of Manasseh, the priest of the prophet Jeremiah, saying, pray now unto the Lord our God for us, our possessive, our God. I got to keep hammering it down. I don't understand how people read this book and think it's universal. It's crazy. Now, Jeremiah came in and went out among the people, for they had not put him in prison. Imagine just telling people, hey, you got to keep the laws of God, right? Or you're going to be killed. Your family's going to be destroyed. All this, the Most High will do a lot of evil to y'all. And they put you in prison for warning them. Israel is wicked. And don't think, if you're a prophet in 2025, this is going to happen again. It's going to happen again. The Most High has had mercy on us because he's trying to get our nation together. But there's going to be a time when Jacob's trouble's turning up. These are the type of things that's going to be happening to us. These are the type of things we're going to be going through. Shout out Baby Lion in the chat. Shout out Baby Lion in the chat. All praise to the Most High. These are the type of things we're going to be going through as prophets of the Most High. So are you a prophet? Are you willing to be a prophet? Because these are the things that are going to happen to you, and I've not even gotten there yet. Let's keep reading. For they had not put him in the prison yet. Then Pharaoh's army came forth out of Egypt, and when the Chaldeans that besieged Jeremiah heard tidings of them, they departed from Jerusalem. Then came the word of the Lord unto the prophet Jeremiah, saying, thus saith the Lord, God of Israel, God of Israel, thus shall ye say to the king of Judah that sent you into me to inquire of me, behold, Pharaoh's army, which came forth to help you, shall return to Egypt in their own land. And the Chaldeans shall come again and fight against this city and take it and burn it with fire. Just like these other nations, when we go out and preach, are going to send missiles to burn this place up with fire. Are y'all noticing a theme here? Are we seeing the theme here? Are we noticing it? There's nothing new under the sun. The prophets are old, or the prophets of today. Jeremiah is walking around here today. I don't know who he is, but he's walking around right now. Thus saith the Lord, deceive not yourself, saying, the Chaldeans shall surely depart from us, for they shall not depart. I mean, how many warnings is the Most High going to get? We got a merciful God, Israel. We have got to understand our God is so patient. He's so loving and so merciful. He literally is sending people. He's sending signs. He's doing all these things. He's doing all these things to warn our people and get them right. But what do we do? To hell with it. I don't want that. I ain't gonna listen to that. Nah, man. Burn that scroll. Burn that book. That's Israel, man. Wicked, evil nation. And the Most High is gonna be so righteous when he kills off 2/3 of us. For thou had verse 10, for though ye had smitten the whole army of the Chaldeans that fight against you, and there remained but wounded men among them, yet should they rise every man in his tent and burn the city with fire. So he's telling them, man, these Chaldeans, they're gonna run it back. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They're gonna be stronger when they come back. Verse 11, and it come to pass that when the army of the Chaldeans was broken up from Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, then Jeremiah, verse 12, then Jeremiah went forth out of Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin. So I want y'all to understand, Jeremiah went into a whole nother land after he done prophesied and told these people that they're going to be destroyed for not keeping the laws of God. Now I want y'all to understand how famous this man was. Y'all are going to see how famous and how much and how many people just knew of him just from the words of God being said. So let's read. Then Jeremiah went forth out of Jerusalem and to the land of Benjamin to separate himself thence from the midst of the people. So Jeremiah went to a whole nother land where he wasn't speaking and wasn't prophesying and try to blend in, right? Kind of like when, Jesus went to Egypt, that kind of thing. But white people, I ain't gonna get into that. And when in verse 13, and when he was in the gate of Benjamin, he was in a whole nother area. I'm hearkening on this so y'all can understand how powerful this truth is and how much fame Jeremiah had for preaching the truth, for just telling them to keep the laws of God. This is how much Israel and the Israelites hate the words of God and hate correction. Let's read it. Then when he was in the gate of Benjamin, a captain of the ward was there, whose name was Erijah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Hananiah. And when he took Jeremiah the prophet, he grabbed him up. He said, "Hey, Jeremiah, ain't that dude that wrote that scroll that the king and the princes, ain't that him right there?" Now, I remind you that he's in a whole nother land, but someone noticed him. That's how powerful this truth is, and that's how much validity he had, and that's how much people feared his word. That's how angry these niggas were. And I say that with the hard end. That's how hard-headed these niggas were. That's how mad they were. Imagine being so angry that someone told you you're going to be destroyed, and weeks later you see him and then you put him in jail. So let's keep going. Took Jeremiah the prophet, saying, "Thou fallest away to the Chaldeans." Then Jeremiah said, "It is false." He pleaded, "I fall not away to the Chaldeans," but he hearkened not unto him. So Erijah took Jeremiah and brought him to the princes. Got hemmed up. This man, he went to a whole nother land. He went to a whole nother land and got hemmed up. God, man, so I'm going into this so other 2025 prophets can understand we're not going through what they went through. It ain't happened yet. It's not happened yet. I mean, I'm sure a few things have happened. I've seen brothers get put in. I've seen those. Y'all know what I'm saying. But on this level, you never went. Some Israelite in 2025 ain't never went to another state and been like, "Oh, that's that nigga. Arrest him." This nigga, I gotta stop saying it. Israel just makes me so mad. This man got extradited. God, what the curses, man. An evil eye, man. Brought him to the princes. Wherefore the princes were wroth with Jeremiah and smote him, meaning they beat him up. So when Jeremiah got there, he got beat up. Imagine prophets in 2025. No, just understand it's going to get bad, y'all. We're really gonna see who's riding with the Most High when these things start happening. Because No one's greater than Yahushua and what he went through. Now we're reading what Jeremiah is going back fitting to go through. Jeremiah is running for his life. He's going to and fro. He gets caught hemmed up in a whole other land and gets extradited back. And then they beat him up when they bring him there. So if you're a prophet in 2025, get ready, because the Most High has this coming for his prophets. And put him in prison. So they beat him up and they put him in prison in the house of Jonathan the scribe, for they had made that the prison. When Jeremiah entered into the dungeon, they put him in a dungeon, y'all. Into the cabins, and Jeremiah had remained there many days. They didn't give him no sentence. They just beat him up and locked him up. He was there for months, probably. Are you ready for that, Prophets 2025? Are you ready for these type of things to happen to you? Are you going to stand 10 toes down for the Most High when these things start happening? When you start seeing brothers getting hemmed up and locked up, are you going to remain sound? Are you going to stand 10 toes down like Jeremiah? Because that's the title of this video. You got to ask yourself these questions, man, because these things are going to happen. I know it seems easy now. It seems easy. Just get up Friday or Saturday, whatever time you go do the work. After you get done, get you something to eat, come back home, take a shower, whatever. You're not worried about people coming and extraditing you and taking you somewhere and beating you up and putting you in a dungeon. That's what Jeremiah was going through. So we got to understand as a people, when Jacob's trouble really starts kicking up, that's right. Let his will be done. Just like the Akim said. Let his will be done, Malak. You're right. And a lot of y'all gonna find out. He remained there many days. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took him out, and the king asked him secretly in his house. So he's pulling him to the side, like, hey, talk to me, and said, is there word from the Lord? That's how powerful Jeremiah was. People were just pulling him to the side because they knew the Lord was with him. But yet these people are putting him in prison and beating him up. It's not a game being a prophet. It's not for the weak. And I'm just making sure brothers know when they get in this truth, these things are going to start happening. But like my brother said, let the Lord's will be done. Is there any word from the Lord? Power. And Jeremiah said, there is. For he said, thou shalt be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon. Y'all are going to be delivered. And we know why, because they don't want to keep the laws of God. They don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to change, just like the niggas today. Just like we tell them today, hey, you got to get right with the Most High, or you're going to be destroyed. Stop celebrating Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, all these things. You're going to be destroyed. Come back to your God. The same thing, y'all. There's nothing new under the sun. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto King Zedekiah, what have I offended against thee, or against thy servants, or against this people, that ye have put me in prison? He's asking that. I'm telling y'all the words of the Lord, and y'all are beating me up. Y'all are chasing me. You're extraditing me. You're putting me into prison for just giving you the words of the Lord. I hope you brothers is ready for this, man. I need brothers to understand this is going to happen. This is Jacob's trouble. This is going to happen. Period. It happened 3,000 years ago. I don't know why you think it's not going to happen to us when Jacob's trouble really starts kicking in. Brothers, you need to be ready for this. Understand this. These are the type of things that's going to happen. So Jeremiah, he's just asking, man, I'm just telling y'all the words of the Lord, and y'all are beating me up. You're putting me in jail. So let's keep going. And Jeremiah says, where are now your prophets, which prophesied unto you, saying, he's asking, where are the people at telling you these things? Why are you coming to me? The king of Babylon shall not come against you, nor against this land. That's how much hate they had for the words of the Lord. They knew the Lord was with Jeremiah. Because why else would they do the things that they're doing? Therefore now, hear now, I pray thee, O my Lord, the king, let my supplication and pray thee be accepted before thee, that thou cause me not to return to the house of Jeremiah the scribe, lest I die there. So he's basically pleading with him, hey, what do I need to do so I don't have to go back here and die there? Because he's already been locked up many days there. And remember, he's getting locked up for telling them the words and warnings from the Most High. So again, Israel, are you ready to be a prophet? Are you willing to stand 10 toes down for the Most High's words? Are you willing to be a laborer for this truth? Because these are the things that's going to happen in Jacob's trouble. Believe it. Then Zedekiah the king commanded that they should commit Jeremiah into the court of the prison, that they should give him daily piece of bread out of the baker's street until all the bread of the city was spent. Thus Jeremiah remained in the court of prison. They didn't even let him go. Imagine being locked up in some place for just telling the truth of the Lord, then getting brought up, and then still put in some kind of jail and not being able to leave. Stay with me, Israel. It's the last chapter. It's the last one. We'll read 38 and we're done. And like I said, man, we've got to understand as a prophet of the Most High what we're getting ourselves into. At the end of the day, you can't do anything about it. Isaiah 46 says he's written from the beginning into the end. Your story is written out. So let's start at 38. Then anyways, the son of Mattan and this person, the son of Pashur, and these names. I'm sorry, Slocky Israel. I'm terrible with these names. The son of Shelemiah and Pashur, the son of Malachi, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken to all the people, saying. So we're reading the people that heard the words what Jeremiah was saying, right? Words. Like how we out on the corner and we tell people to get right with God or he's going to destroy you. The same thing. Make sure you like and share, subscribe to the video if it's on your heart. Make sure you subscribe to the original Truth of Righteous channel, the big channel. Make sure you subscribe to them brothers. And Hezekiah's in the chat. I'll put his thing up. Go to his channel. Go to his channel right here. Go to this brother's channel and like all his reels. Go to this brother's channel and subscribe to him. And don't worry about that guy. Okay, Khan. Okay, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, he that remaineth in the city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. Ain't that what we tell people in 2025? If you don't come back to this word, you're going to die by famine, by the pestilence, by the missiles. I mean, there's a flurry of things. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have a life for his prey and shall live. Verse 3, thus saith the Lord, the city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Therefore the princes said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death. They were going to put him to death for just telling them, Israel, we are a wicked group of people. We are a wicked ass nation. This is why I am not going to shed a tear when 2/3 of us get put to death. When I see, Lord willing, if I'm of that, if I see people struggling in the day of their calamity, I am not going to shed a tear. When the Most High closes that door for this truth, for the time that you got to get this truth, for the time that you got to get right, for the time that I am not going to shed a tear. Evil. They were going to kill him for just warning them. Imagine being put to death for warning someone that they're going to get put to death. That's how much Israelites hate the words of God. That's why the Most High is going to be so righteous when he destroys 2/3 of us. He's going to be. Verse 4. Therefore the princes said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man. Oh, did I read that? Sorry, man, I'm dyslexic, y'all. Therefore the princes said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakened the hands of the men of war that remain in the city. So they're going to put him to death because he's prophesizing to the because they think they're going to fight. And that's America. They think they're going to fight when the Most High comes. There's nothing new under the sun. There's intricacies going everywhere. It's all connected. So because he's out there telling them, prophesizing that, hey, the Most High said y'all are going to die. The Most High, that's why they want to kill him, because he's weakening the hearts of the soldiers that are there. Because he's telling them, it doesn't matter if y'all fight. It doesn't matter what y'all do. the Most High's will be done. The hands of the man of war that remaineth in the city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them, for the man seeketh not the welfare of his people, but the hurt. So these wicked niggas, I swear I'm gonna bust a blood vessel, and this is it. 2/3 of us gotta go. So because we're prophesying, because Jeremiah was telling them, they looked at that as hurting the people. Instead, when all they had to do was keep the laws of God. You can't tell me this ain't Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. You just can't. These are the same niggas that were then. Same group of niggas. They just driving Chevys and Monte Carlos right now. Verse 5. Then Zedekiah the king said, behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not that he can do anything against you. Then took, okay, let me just keep going. Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Micah or Malach, whatever, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison, that they let down Jeremiah with cords. So they took. Okay, so these niggas were so mad at him for what he did. They took him to a dungeon and were lowering him down somewhere. That's what Jeremiah with cords. They're lowering him down somewhere. And in the dungeon there was no water but mire. That's mud. So Jeremiah was sunk in the mud. They, because of the words of the Most High, they took him and put him down with cords into a pit of mud. So Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Verse 7. Now when oh Lord, the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs which was in the king's house, heard that they put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king then sitting in the gates of Benjamin, this guy, went forth out of the king's house and spake unto the king, saying, my lord the king, these men have done evil in all that have done to Jeremiah the prophet. We're seeing a non-Israelite seeing this evil being done to this Israelite. Imagine that. Imagine that. Whom thou have cast into the dungeon, and he is like to die for hunger in the place where he is. For there is no more bread in the city. So they lowered him down in that mud so he can die. Israel, are you ready to be a prophet? Are you ready to be a prophet 2025? Because this is the type of things that's going to happen, but on a far bigger scale. Then the king commanded the Ethiopian, saying, take from hence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he died. So they had to get a 30 men to go to the prince's house to get Jeremiah out of there. All for just telling them to keep the laws of God. God, man. So this guy took the man with him and went to the house of the king under the treasury, and took hence outcast clouts and old rotten rags. So they basically took old rags, and you know how you see on them old school things where they're lowering it, that like Rapunzel, she's lowering the thing, not her hair or whatever. That's a bad example, but when they're lowering the thing to pick someone up, so they made a rope of rags to get him out of there. And they let him down by cords into the dungeon to Jeremiah. So they made a rope to get to Jeremiah because he's basically stuck in quicksand. He's basically stuck in mud down there. Cold, dark dungeon, mud. Because they didn't have electricity then. Wicked. And this person, the Ethiopian citizen Jeremiah, put these old cast clout rags under the armholes of the cords, and Jeremiah did also. They put them under his arms so they can raise him up. So they drew up Jeremiah with cords and took him out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of prison. They imagine they did all that, brought 30 men up and did all that, and still kept him in jail. They just didn't want him to die. God, man. So Jeremiah is going through it. We can clearly see that Jeremiah, for the words of the Most High, he's going through it. What King say? Like quicksand. Okay, that's what I was thinking, King. Like I knew it was something of that extent right there. Appreciate my brother for clearing that up right there. The water. They literally put him in. They put him in there for just telling them to get right with God. Ridiculous, man. Oh, I'm 50 minutes. Okay, I'm about to end Israel. I wasn't trying to go that long. Okay, let me just finish out this chapter, man. Bear with me. Jeremiah remained in the court of prison. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet into him. So he went and got him because he knew the Lord was with him. That's why they went and got him. And to him, the third entry that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing, hide nothing from me. So he's like, hey, nigga, sorry. Well, that's basically what he said. Hey, I need you to be honest with me. Don't lie to me. I'm going to ask you something. Don't lie. Because he knows the Lord is with him. That's why he's doing all these things. Then Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, if I declare unto thee, will thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, will thou not hearken unto me? So he's basically a rock in a hard place. He's saying, well, if I tell you your judgment, you're just going to put me to death. And if I try to correct you, that's why it says give you counsel. If I try to correct you, you're not going to listen to me any damn ways. That's the same people that are here today, Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Hey, you're God's chosen people. You're the best thing walking. God loves you more than anyone else. He only loves you. He only respects you. Nah, I don't want that. God calls you a king and a God walking this earth. Nah, I don't want any of that. These are the same people. So he's like, I mean, what do I do? Jeremiah is basically like, well, what do I do? What do I do? Because I'll be damned if I do, damned if I don't. So Zedekiah the king swore secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, as the Lord liveth, that made it us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. All because he's prophesying what's going to happen to them. That's why they want to kill him, because he's weakening the hearts of the men so they won't fight. It's crazy how away from God and away from the scriptures these people were, just like today. But the king made a deal with it. He said, I won't put you to death if you just tell me what's going on. Then said Jeremiah to Zedekiah, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, if thou wilt absurdly go forth into the king of Babylon's princes, that then shall the soul live. So he's giving them counsel, because he's promised them. And this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live in thy house. So he's basically saying, give yourself up. That's coming from the Most High. He's telling them, he's giving them counsel. Let's keep going. But if thou will not go forth into the king of Babylon's princes, then this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall burn it with fire, and they shall not escape out of their hand. So if you don't do this, you're going to be burned up. The city is going to be destroyed. Let's keep going. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand and they mock me. So the king's basically just saying, they're going to deliver me up if I do all this. But Jeremiah, speaking through the Lord, but Jeremiah said, they shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, not Jeremiah, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto thee, so shall it be well unto thee, and thou soul shall live. So he's getting direct communication. That's how much the Most High was dealing with Jeremiah. Direct communication. All praise to the Most High. But if thou refuse to go forth, this is the word of the Lord has showed me. There's your counsel. Do this, die. Don't do this, live. Pretty simple, right? Keep the commandments of God and live. Don't keep the commandments of God and die. Ain't that what we say out there? So you prophets better get ready. Y'all better get ready. You better ready to gird up your loins. But if thou refuse to go forth with this word the Lord has shown me, and behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes, and those women shall say, thy friends have set on thee and have prevailed against me. Thy feet are stuck in the mire, the mud, quicksand, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all the wives and the children to the Chaldeans, and they shall not escape. I mean, there some bad things about to happen. Out of the hand, but shall be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and they shall cause the city to be burned with fire. Then said Zedekiah to Jeremiah, let no man know these words, and thou shalt not die. So the king is telling Jeremiah, don't tell nobody what me and you talked about, and you'll live. He's still in prison though. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. Then Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, let no man hear these words, thou shalt not die. Verse 25. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come into thee, these are the same people who cast it, who put him in a dungeon, who put him in the mud. Those same princes said unto thee, declare us now what thou hast said unto the king. Hide it not from us. So they pushing up, they pressing them. Hey, what you tell the king, man? Why are you acting funny right now? What you tell him? Tell us what's up. And we will not put thee to death. They're lying, but Jeremiah had the knowledge that they knew they were lying. The king also, he was going to put him to death. Now, how are y'all going to say that? That's how wicked we were, man. That you know they were lying. These are the same people who put you in the dungeon, the same people who put you in the mire, but you believe they're not going to. They already left you there to die. It took 30 men to come get you out of there, and they still kept you there. Also, what the king said unto thee. Verse 26. Then thou shalt say unto them, I present my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there. Then came the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him, and he told them according to all the words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking from him. So he kept his word. He didn't say what he said to the king. So they eventually just, all right, whatever, nigga. For the matter was not perceived. Verse 28. So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison. They never let him go. They never let him go until the day that Jerusalem was taken. So they didn't hearken. They didn't listen. And he was there when Jerusalem was taken. He seen it fall, y'all. Jeremiah seen it get took. Jeremiah was there. Jeremiah was there. I didn't know that was still left on the screen. Jeremiah was there. He seen it. So that was a quick lesson. You know, I didn't mean for it to go that long, but, you know, it is what it is. I just wanted to just tell brothers, like, if you think we're going through anything, if you think we're going through any kind of hardship, we're not. Jeremiah was going through hardship. Jeremiah was getting put in dungeons. Jeremiah was getting put in prisons for many days. Jeremiah was getting lowered into quicksand. Jeremiah was getting beat up and extradited back to places to get beat up. So again, in Prophets in 2025, are you ready? But yeah, that's all I want to harken. That's all I want to get talk about Israel. All praise to the Most High. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, comment if it's on your heart. Hit the email if you want to contact Trees of Righteousness. You see the email flashing at the bottom. Make sure you subscribe to the big page, the main channels page. Show love there. Watch all the videos. A bunch of good work coming soon and more work coming soon on it. And let's see. I will not hold y'all. Yeah. And with that, we're going to give all praise to the Most High. Call halal Yahweh Shimon Mashak wa Malaki Yahweh Shah. And yeah, man. Are you the prophets of old? Are you going to be able to handle it? Are you going to break if you get put into a prison? Jeremiah didn't. Jeremiah stood 10 toes down. So that's the spirit the prophets got to be in. We got to be in the spirit of Jeremiah. Getting smoted, beat up, extradited, put in dungeons. He stood 10 toes down with the Most High because he knew. And the Most High still was dealing with him. So if you take anything out of this lesson, stand 10 toes down for the Most High. Don't falter away from his commandments. Don't be afraid to tell these niggas out here that they're going to be destroyed. And with that, I give all praise to the Most High. Call all Yahweh Shimon Mashak wa Malaki Yahweh Shah. And I love all y'all. All praise to the Most High.